welcome to the Circuit of the Americas. I'm Jason Holden-Jones and this is round 4 of the South African simM2 series. And we're just catching the start of the qualifying session, a 15-minute session where each driver will be trying to do the absolute best and net a lap time to put them as far up the leaderboard as possible. As you watch Chris Heenop now on his out lap, hasn't done a flying lap just yet. See the cars getting ready to begin their first flying lap. We're watching Marcus now.
Yes, thanks Jason. I'm here as well.
And a big welcome to Werner Heenop joining me in the commentary booth this evening.
Thank you very much. Yes, Circuit of the Americas, it's going to be interesting. 5.5 kilometer circuit. It's got 20 turns, 11 left-hand turns, 9 right-hand turns. And we're off 2 minutes into qualifying.
Yes, we've got Justin Baraki joining us for the first time in the M2 series, if I'm not mistaken. It's interesting to see how he gets on. Racing from Lebanon this evening. And Marcus then, of course, teammate to Bashir Jadwat in the Ghostworks outfit. Jadwat now our championship leader, the current championship leader, leading by just 5 points over the 100 to, I think it is, let me confirm, to Leslie Oliphant's 95. So it's 5 points separating Bashir Jadwat and Leslie Oliphant in the championship. And then we've got Marcus Steyn just 1 point behind Oliphant with 94 points. So this was actually critical in the championship standings. Just one round remaining after this one. So this could really make or break the championship for the drivers involved at the moment, Werner.
And they're off. Bashir Jadwat coming around for his first flying lap. Just wanted to mention, so we had Brands Hatch in our first round, Imola in the second round, and then off to the USA for Virginia International Raceway, and now Circuit of the Americas still in the US. The final round, round 5, will be in Interlagos in Brazil. Jadwat looking good so far. This is a quite twisting, turning part of the circuit from turn 4 to turn 9.
Werner, you are now our cameraman as well.
Oh, great.
So you can jump in up and down the field as you wish.
Okay, do you see the camera switch as well?
Just the first switch, yeah. So if you hit F1,
yeah,
that's what I see, yeah. I see the switch as well, yes, great.
Okay, fantastic.
Jadwat keeping it nicely tidy through there, clipping the apex nicely. Not trying to unsettle the car as much as possible.
Our first driver that will record a time is going to be Nazim Edwards. He's rounding last turn as we speak. .22.2 for him. Justin Baruki is coming in 221.7. That's putting him on provisional pole at this stage. We're going to go back to Jadwat at this stage, looking good. Just below 220 or 220.5. That's a fantastic lap. I actually saw him in the in the hot lap qualifiers doing a 220.2. Holden is coming around to finish his lap. Fortunately, he's at the back of the field. Lindsay Ray, okay, he's still on his out lap, so he's going to start his flying lap shortly. Oliphant has posted the fastest lap so far, so he's in provisional pole, just 1/10 of a second faster than Judd Watt.
Just the sole RPM sim racing team car this evening. Jason was not able to race this evening. So Oliphant flying the RPM sim racing team flag this evening. Let's see what he can do. He's doing a fine job at the moment, just a 10th ahead of Judd Watt. But that's all he needs to claim provisional pole for the moment. Just looking down the field, we've got Chris Heenop popped up to 4th position with a 21.723. Baraki in 5th. Edwards in 6th. That's Heenop's teammate, Nazim Edwards. Carl Swanepoel now to KDS Motorsport in 7th. Matthew Boy into 8th. Calvin is 9th. And Quinton Harov completes the top 10 for the moment. 8 minutes remaining.
Heenop 2/10 down on his Delta. Losing a bit of time there. And in the background, Judd Watt, we had an off there. It was Baruki that made a mistake. So we're back with Heenop. Still looking good, 1/10 down. That's Judd Watt behind him. Judd Watt, he lost 8 seconds on this lap, so his delta's not looking good. As Heenop comes around, what will his time be? Stays in 4th. Swanepoel, he's currently in 7th. Does not improve on his time. Holden-Jones looks good, he's 3/10 down. Stays in 9th position. Heenop again with another flyer. He's 3/10 down already. Currently in 4th. He needs at least 5/10 to edge out Steyn for 3rd. Judd Watt also looking good, 2/10 down on his delta. As is Oliphant.
Oliphant, an absolute fly. He could break the 19 barrier. Let's see what he comes up with. Lost quite a bit of time through that last section, unfortunately, just a 10th up at his delta time.
Judd Watt entered the pits, so it looks like he had a mistake on his last lap. There's Gunther coming around to complete his lap. Stay for Oliphant for now. And Hodgson goes 3rd fastest.
Wow, so Dodge and Gut Racing now showing what they can do. 21-1, it's a good 6/10 off the pace. So Nick's gonna have to dig down deep this last 5 minutes or so to see how they can push that Dodge and Gut BMW.
Heenop half a second down, goes up to 4th.
Okay, so he's closed the gap right down to that 3rd position. Matthew Boy now up into 8th for Synergy Racing.
Oh, he was 3/10 down, lost it right there at the end.
Loses control right in front of his teammates, but this doesn't hinder him at all, Christopher Langeveld.
Lindsay Race slightly down on his delta. Goes in 10th. Quinton Harov currently hasn't posted a time yet. 2:27, so he's not on the board. Matthew Boy a full 6/10 of a second down on his delta. Best was 222.3, so he's going to have a lot of improvement here. Might even go up to 6.
As you said, Ben, there should be a huge improvement. Okay, he's lost a bit of time from that section, unfortunately. Let's see if he can regain it. That's 8/10 of a second, his best time.
Goes up 4 places to 6. 221.6 for him. Going to a full second down on his delta, 9/10. Just under 2 minutes to go. Oliphant's still ahead by 1/10, ahead of Jadwat, and he's 6/10 ahead of Hodgson. Chase Gunther looking good at this stage. He could go a second faster. I don't see his time on the board.
I'm not sure why this time doesn't come up on the board. Perhaps
It
there's an
looks
issue with
like
the lap.
I think he's got a 223.5, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see if he pops up the board now.
He lost 3/10 at turn 13. He's got some damage there. There's 8th. Hodgson, the other member of Dodge and Cut Racing, okay, he's 1.7 down on his delta. Not a good lap for him. Kyle Swanepoel is coming around, he's 1/10 up. Geldenhuis has got a good lap, 3/10 down. So he might just edge ahead of Lindsay Ray in 11th. We got Willie Font coming around as well. He is 1/10 down. Coming around the last turn, he is in provisional pole, so he can improve on his time. Geldenhuis should get up to 11th. He does. Dane still to come. Improving by 2/10. He's going to go ahead of Heineke and Hodgson to 3rd. Brent Lindsay Ray, next one around, also 4/10 up. Got still 4 drivers coming around now. Judd Watt coming into turn 14 at this stage. Bit over.
Yeah, it's not going to improve. It's a good 4/10 down. I think it's most time back now, though, all of a sudden.
Langeveld, and we got Gunther behind him as well. Chase Gunther. He is 4/10 down on his delta. Chase. So we're with Langeveld. He's Goes around the second last turn, lost some time there going over the curb. He's not going to improve. Chase Gunther, he's having a massive lap here, fantastic lap from him. He could go down into, will it be 6th? 7th. Yeah. And that's it, folks, that's qualifying. So Leslie Olifanti qualified in pole position, followed by Judd Watt and Christopher Langeveld in 3rd, Marcus Steyn in 4th. Only those 4 drivers qualifying below 2 minutes 21 seconds. Hodgson and Heineke 5th and 6th. Chase Gunther, Hodgson's teammate, he's in 7th. Matthew Boy 221.6 in 8th position. Justin Baruki 221.7 in 9th. Nazim Edwards completes out the top 10. I can't see the rest. Sorry, Jason. Do you have the other positions? From 11th.
Got Carl Swanepoel in 11th position. Peter Caldenas in 12th. Lindsay Revstar in 13th. Then with Quinton Horoff rounding up the field in 14th position. Okay, we've got about a minute and a half before the start of the pace lap, where Leslie Oliphant will lead the field around on pole position and soon get underway here at COTA for some exciting racing. Let's see if those two Ghostworks BMWs and of course the Team Redline Racing BMW or Christopher Langeveld, can they take it to Leslie Oliphant? Oliphant seems to be on great form this evening, Werner.
Yeah, he does look fantastic. Jadwat is very close though. I think we're going to see a good battle up front. "25 laps, am I right, Jason?"
Correct, yeah.
1 pace lap, 24 race laps.
And this race is absolutely vital to Leslie Oliphant's championship campaign, which is 5 points behind Jadwat. And if he's to pull off a victory here and open up the margin or close the gap to Jadwat, they could be going into round 5 with level points. So still all to play for, with just 1 round remaining after this one.
Remember to go to the pits.
Seeing quite a quick pace lap here by Leslie Oliphant. He wants to get on with this. He feels confident, I think, and it's really come onto terms with this track nicely, and leading the way now around the pace lap, showing Jadwat the way. Let's see what happens on the opening lap. So this race will be around an hour long, with each driver having to do at least 1 pit stop, and they can do that pit stop anytime they like. They do have the option of changing tires or taking on fuel or not. They can even just bring the car to an absolute standstill in the pit lane and then be off again straight away. So it is one of the types of strategies they can use.
Just want to make sure, Jason, you're looking over the rear spoiler, right?
No, I'm looking at towards the front. On the roof.
Towards the front?
Yeah, on the roof.
On the roof at this stage.
Yeah.
And the field is bunching up as Oliphant leads them around the second last turn, and it's going to be speeding up around the final turn.
And off we go. It's go here at COTA. Off Oliphant goes and gets the jump on Judd Watt. And stand 2, of course. So it's RPM Sim Racing team from Ghost to Work. No, from Team Red. No, from Ghost to Works. I beg your pardon. From Team Red Down Racing and from Ghost to Works again. So let's fall closely together now. Oh, there's contact. Staying into the back of Langerfeld. So we've got drama already on the first corner.
Sorry. Oliphant still leading. It was Marcus Stein and Haroff. Sorry, Langerfeld that made contact. Judd Watt, Oliphant still leading away. Judd Watt in second, Hodson in third. We had an overtake at the back of the field. Stein overtakes Nazim Edwards for P13.
So Marcus then dropped right back after that contact with Langerfeld, waiting for Langerfeld to rejoin in front of him. That's what we do expect at Sim South Africa. If he made an error, he just let the other driver back past. And that's exactly what Stein has done, but he's right down in 13th position. And he's got past Quinton Haroff as well. So Stein up into 12th. And he starts his recovery drive over this next 23 laps or so. But is Oliphant leading the way ahead of Judd Watt by almost a second now. So Oliphant's really getting up the road now. Hodgson still strong in 3rd position. Chris Heenop in 4th. Oh, it's all kicking off here. There's contact there between the Echo car. I think that was Lindsay Ray. And who was that? That could have been
Swanepoel also in the action there.
Fantastic racing here. Side by side action. Actually, Carl Swanepoel. No, there's contact. Who's that? I think that's Peter Holden-Jones, is it? Oh, it's a quick messy at the back here. No contact.
Haroff
So off.
is falling all the way back. Oliphant still in the lead, followed by Judd Watt. We got Hodson in 3rd position. Holden-Jones into the pits.
He's in for an early stop, perhaps a strategic move or to repair damage after those couple of incidents. And we've got Nick Hodgson now looking strong in 3rd position. He's keeping an eye on those front 2 ahead of him. He's just a second behind Judd Watt. And so here is in the YouTube live chat asking if it's 1 hour race or 1 lap race.
Holden-Jones is out of the pits. It was a very quick stop for him. Probably saw that the first lap was chaos, so decided to make his stop and go pit stop.
Actually, Matthew Boyd now in 9th position in the Synergy Racing BMW.
Nazim Edwards right behind him.
So nice battle there developing between those 2 guys. Oliphant extending the gap now in the front to almost 1.4 seconds ahead of Judd Watt. So, what can Judd Watt do about Oliphant? Perhaps it's in the strategy. Perhaps the difference is that Oliphant's on a lighter fuel load and Judd Watt is going longer. Who knows? Or perhaps on a similar strategy, and that's the true pace being shown there. But there's Oliphant leading the way. We've got Justin Baraki now coming under pressure from Chris Langerfeld. It's a battle for 6th position, just 3/10 between those drivers. Oliphant lays down the fastest lap of a 2:21.226. But Jadwat's in fact closed the gap to Oliphant by about 0.2 of a second.
Baruch is still under attack from Langeveld. And I see there's a battle. Nazim Edwards is right behind Matthew Boy. Gap has opened up a bit.
Side by side action here. It's Edwards against Boy. Whoa, what's happened to Boy? I think he's got ping issues. Yes, in fact, he's left the server. So Boy is disconnected, and I think so. Who's that? Lindsay Ray as well. So 2 DNFs for those two drivers.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah. Carl Swanepoel now in 10th in the KDS Motorsports entry. He's trying to take it to Nazim Edwards for that 9th position.
Another fastest lap for Willie Van 2:20.9.
We are down to 12 runners, and at 12th position is all you need to qualify for the flagship championship, the South African simGD series. So all these drivers have to do now is just finish the race and they'll get through. Oliphant now extending the gap to 2.1 seconds. Seems to have the measure of Jadwat at the moment. But I think the pit stop strategies will tell all. Hanika in 4th position, holding off Chase Gunter. Justin Baraki doing very well in his debut race in the M2 series. Still just edging Chris Langeveld for the moment, just half a second between those two cars. About 20 laps remaining. Langeveld with a cheeky look up the inside. Just trying to rattle Baraki somewhat. Try to force him into an area if he can. Baraki's got a slight area there. Langeveld smells blood. What can he do about it? It's nowhere near close enough. This is the famous corner that Max Verstappen lost the podium position in the COTA Grand Prix by cutting that corner, trying to pass or getting past Raikkonen in fact, which led to that awkward moment in the area where the drivers meet after the race before the podium. And here we go, Langeveld's got the move up the inside, trying to get the drive, but Baraki's got the drive in fact. Great back battle this. Baraki will have to go defensive if he wants that position. Here comes Langerfeld. Can you do about it?
Jason.
Look.
Very interesting, Jason. That was the fastest second sector from Langerfeld and Baraki. So with that battle going on, they put up the fastest second sector of the race. Okay, interesting.
And then battling it out has brought Marcus Stain into this fray. So it's three-way battle for 6th position.
Brent Lindsay Ray, he wasn't. Oh, he's back.
He's back. He's rejoined the server. He's going to try and chase down Quinton Horror for that valued 12th position that earns him a GT Series qualifying grid slot. And, he's what? That's 6 seconds behind Horror only, so he can do it. He's got 20 laps to close down that gap. It's Marcus Stain. No, it's Langerfeld on Baraki.
I think Lindsay Ray's 2 laps down on Horolf. Yeah.
Good drive there by Marcus Stain. Can he use it? So Langerfeld is through and Baraki, he moves up to 6th position. Baraki 7th, Stain. Oh, here comes Baraki into the pit lane. Oh, he's slow into the pit lane, almost hits the wall. So he would have lost quite a bit of time there. Nick Hodgson now circulating in 3rd position. Baraki rejoins in 12th. Stain now, he's about 1.5 seconds behind Langerfeld.
New top speed chase Gunther, 232 kilometers an hour down the back straight.
Baraki puts a move on Quinton Horror for 11th position. Of course, that's after Baraki's done his pit stop. And Baraki will be pushing like crazy now, trying to get the undercut on that 6th position battle between Langerfeld and Stain, where he was before his pit stop. Watching Chase Good in 5th now, trying to chase Chris Heineke.
New personal best laps for Langerfeld and Edwards. Langeveld doing a 2:21.6. Edwards doing a 2:22.4. Fastest lap of the race so far is Willie Font with a 2:20.941. Second fastest lap is Judd Watt, then Hodgson. And the fourth fastest lap is Langeveld running in 6th position.
Okay, well, so Langeveld's a bit of position pace-wise. So, let's see if you can take it to Gunther then. I'm sure you can. But he's got a bit of good, over 3 seconds gap to close down before you can do that.
I'm mistaken, or does it look like Gunther's car has damage?
Yes, it seems to have carried over from qualifying.
Yeah,
I think
from the qualifying.
It's similar. Yeah. So, not a very good pit crew. Let's just say that.
Lazy.
Well, there's something that we don't, perhaps. Who knows? Come on guys, want some more action, some more side-by-side stuff. Now we need Gunther to rewrite with Heineke. But I think he's trying to make that happen at least. He's got, what, about 0.8 seconds to catch up to him.
He's gaining very slightly on Heineke. Is Chase Gunther.
Okay.
He took 1/10 out of him on the last lap. So we might see some action 8 laps time from now.
So yeah, this is, yeah, you would say this is about the closest battle we've got at the moment. Just behind them is the Langeveld staying better for 6th. That is also holding up, of course.
Edwards in the pits.
So the Reaper Ghost Works, BMW is one of them anyways, into the pits. That is Nazim Edwards. Let's see where he comes in relation to Barocchi, but I think Barocchi will be quite well ahead. Let's see.
Edwards is out, Baraki is just coming down the
Okay, he's easily got it.
start finish line. So he got out ahead of Justin.
So we're starting to see a bit of a Heineken train forming. Those four cars getting closer and closer together. So it's four-way battle for 4th position. And it's an interesting pit lane strategy battle between those four to see where they come out, to when they come in, of course, after they come in. On board the Chase Gunther.
I've seen most of the drivers sort of on the exit of the turns. They don't really care about track limits, but this is one of those tracks where you can sort of go off the track. Am I right?
Yeah, it is like that, yes.
There's a bit of leeway.
Of course, we saw that our track limit debacle on the last Grand Prix that was here, which took away that podium position finish for Max Verstappen. And yes, it's a tricky track to sort of call track limits on, because it's basically flat everywhere, so there's not much of sort of a curve marking at all. So you're quite right, Werner. You see Chase Gunther with a bit of extra cooling there with the bonnet wide open like that. Matthew Boyd is reporting the YouTube live chat that he had a disconnect, he had a combined network and hardware failure. So I'm sorry to hear that, Matthew. That's not a good way to go. And looking forward to seeing you fighting your way back.
Langeveld's catching up quite quickly to Chase and Chris Heenop. His last lap was a second faster than Heenop's lap.
Okay, interesting.
Or than Chase Gunther's lap, 7/10 faster than Heineken. And now he's putting pressure on Chase Gunther.
Yeah, great drive out of that last corner, Van. I think he's closing the gap all the time now. Let's see what happens under braking. Yeah. Oh, great job by Langeveld. He's all over the... Oh, they're side by side. Oh, great move there. So Langeveld's up into 5th position now. The next target for him is Chris Heineken. Let's see if Gunther can come back at him. I don't think so at this stage.
Gunther's going to come under pressure from Marcus Stein shortly.
So it looks like our race is starting to hot up now for the better. This is what we want to see.
Jadwat new best lap of the race, 2:20.8, and Hodgson did it 2:20.928. 3 front runners are really doing good on their lap times.
Just about reached the halfway stage of the race. We might see a couple of drivers come in to do their pit stops now, halfway through. Let's see what happens.
Lindsay Ray is in the pits.
Yeah.
Lindsay Rose out in 13th. So far we've had Edwards, Geldenhuys, Baruki and Lindsay Ray with pit stops. Edwards and Geldenhuys looks like... Okay, no sorry, I thought they made 2 stops, but they did only 1.
Langevaart's starting to really challenge Heenop now for that 4th position. Team Red On racing against Reaper Ghostworks. We can go for turn 1. Whoa, Langevaart had to take avoiding action, not to run into the back of Heenop, but he would have taken note of that, how early Heenop is braking compared to himself. Perhaps we might see a move on Heenop into turn 1 next time around. But Langevaart would have taken a mental note about what just happened and try and use that situation to his advantage next time around. Heenop very quick through the sector 1. So the gap slightly back to Langevaart's. So these 2 drivers strong in different parts of the circuit. Good job by Langevaart. Can use the momentum with an attack into the slipstream from Heenop. Heenop feeling the need to go defensive early on too. Yeah, so Heenop defends well. Saw him coming. Here comes Langevaart now up the inside. Surely he's got him. So Langevaart with another good pass. Here comes Heenop trying to fight back. Great racing here at COTA. Round 4 of the South African simM2 series. And if you're watching this and you're watching this for the first time, yeah, and you want to get involved, you're welcome to visit our website at simracesa.co.za. Register on our forum and put your name down for your first open race with us. It's a lot of fun. We're doing the MX5 Cup series at the moment, our open series for anybody to join. And it's a perfect opportunity to get yourself prepared for the 2018.1 season starting February next year. We had a lot of new faces in the last round this last Wednesday evening. It was a lot of fun. Very welcome to join us. But back to the action. It is Steiner hassling Gunther. So this 4-way battle continues. We've got Langevaart disappearing up the road in 4th position. He's saying, I've had enough of this. I'm going to go after the Kotchen, 2.5 seconds up the road. And leave these three to battle away. Just reading the YouTube live chat, Matthew, you can rejoin the server after disconnect if your line is okay. You're welcome to.
And that's staying on the inside of Chase Gunther. Gunther losing 3 positions in about the last 6 laps. But he's not giving up on the back straight, on the inside. take the position back.
Oh, Stain's got a better drive that way, using the wider line. But he's still side by side with him. With Quinta pushing very hard.
Lag.
Bit of lag there from Stain. I think Quinta actually had to get out of it to avoid him. I'm going to find now with the fastest lap at 2:20.818. That is absolutely flying. That's a solid qualifying lap, in fact.
Lindsay Ray in the pits.
Lindsay Ray in the pits, yes.
He's out.
It's a good 3 laps behind Haroff as well. Hanek is still sort of staying with Langenfeld, just 1.3 seconds behind him. And Nick Hodgson also staying in touch with Judd Watt, about 2.3 seconds behind Judd Watt. So he's not lost. Let's see what happens when the pit stops start happening. For the front runners, of course.
Our rookie battling with Geldnys for 10th.
Yeah, so this will be helping Baraki's strategy. Remember, he came in early, trying to get the undercut on that battle for 6th position. And now he'll be held up by Peter Geldnys slightly. That's always a worry about an undercut. If you're coming too early, you could run into traffic. Sort of towards the end of your run. And unfortunately for us, the field's pretty spread out evenly. Of course, that's what we want to see. Perhaps the pit stops will spice things up for us. Oh, got someone off. Who's that? That is... must be Holden-Jones.
Geldnys.
Yeah.
And he loses the position to Baraki, but he can make a comeback here on the start-finish line. I think he's going to get that position back.
Yeah. So Holden-Jones is with superior traction out of that last corner, straightening out the car before Baraki did, and able to get the momentum of Baraki and defend that position, that 10th position. So sort of good fight happening here.
Looks like Jadwat is on a cracker of a lap. He's slightly down on his delta, but oh, he lost it now. He was 1/10 down, so it could have been the fastest lap of the race. Personal best for him, 220.819. Langeveld with the fastest lap of the race, 220.818. So just 1,000th of a second separating them. Just felt posts a new fastest lap of the race.
Yes, our race leader Werner found himself a bit off pace at the moment. So let's see if Jadwat can just close that gap further.
Seems like the guys are going for the strategy of doing a stop and go pit stop at the end.
Yeah.
That's what I'm suspecting.
Looks like it.
Quite a big gap between the three front runners. Langeveld in fourth. Lindsay Ray in the pits again. It's his 5th time in the pits, so he's having a horrible race.
I think he'll be asked when somebody retires so he can finish in 12th position.
He's trying, you gotta give it to him.
Yeah,
but that's unfortunate. I know how frustrating that is.
Baraki trying to weigh up Holden-Jones for another go at him. Still that battle for 10th position. Of course, Baraki's already done a pit stop, so he's trying to do the undercut on everybody basically in front of him. It'll be very interesting to see where he comes out when Stein, Heenop and Gunther come in for their pit stops. Baraki seemed pretty quick in his pit stop as well. You see Holden is going defensive, doing his absolute most to keep Baraki behind him. He swings back across the track to get the racing line.
Sorry, we're just gonna go to Jadwat.
Yeah.
He's in the pits. So is Langeveld. Heenop in the pits as well.
Baraki, I think he's got his man, finally.
Oh! Deja vu. Holden-Jones is not giving up.
No. Heenop done in 8th position. I take it he's done a pit stop.
Heenop, he is right behind Swanepoel at this stage. Swanepoel still to stop.
Okay.
Swanepoel, Gunther, Stein, Hodgson and Oliphant still have to stop, and Haroff. So the lead was just before the pit stops. Jadwat was how far?
I think he was, what, 2.5 seconds behind Oliphant?
Yeah, it was about 2.5 to 3 seconds, yeah.
Heenop is fighting Stein, of course, for that 4th position. As we see our race lead into the dive into the pit lane. So in he goes. Because we've got Jadwat who's already done his pit stop in 3rd position, so Jadwat fighting Oliphant for the overall lead, as Nick Hodgson of course is released into the lead.
Oliphant just stopped and started immediately, so he just went for that stop-go strategy.
In fact, open up the gap to Jadwat. It's up to what, about 3.5 seconds. So about a second net gain for Oliphant in that pit stop phase.
Swanepoel and Heenop. I see that Holden-Jones is still not giving up on challenge with Baruki.
Yeah, he's come back at him, isn't he, Werner? Wow. These guys can't get enough of each other. Heineken now challenging Swanepoel for 7th. Of course, Swanepoel hasn't done a stop yet. As I understand it, Heineken has done a pit stop. This won't be doing Heineken's battle with Stain any good. Desperate to get past Swanepoel, inside, outside. He wants past as soon as possible. Swanepoel goes wide. Oh, and Heineken's gone off. Oh, he's a bit too much curb, I think.
And as we say that, Gunther is in the pits and Swanepoel is in the pits as well. Just made the stop and off he goes. Swanepoel as well just stopped and went immediately. Unfortunate for Heineke there. Lindsay Ray again back in the game.
Never say die attitude, Brent. That's what I like to see. Just keep going. You never know what will happen.
Payne chasing down Jadwat. Payne's last lap was actually half a second slower than Jadwat.
Okay.
I think he is losing ground.
Yeah. So Stan still needs to do a pit stop, I think.
Payne and Hodgson.
And Hodgson, yes.
And Haroff. And as we say that, in he goes. Hodgson staying out, 5 laps to go.
See, Holden is recovering.
Langeveld with the new fastest lap, 2:20.8.
Nick Hodgson's got a 9.5 second lead, Werner. That's interesting.
He's got a 9.5 second lead, but I'm guessing he's going to lose about, I'd say, 20 seconds in the pit lane, maybe a bit less, maybe about 18 seconds. We'll see, but he's definitely going to be in third. It's going to be close between him and Steyn.
Yeah, then of course Steyn also needs to do a pit stop too.
Yeah, you're right. Steyn still needs to stop.
Drop down as well. Okay.
Pardon?
No, I was just saying, okay, yeah. I don't know, is it my imagination, is Hodgson moving away from Oliphant? I think he's pulled about 3/10 on Oliphant in the last lap, so Hodgson's flying at the moment.
The last laps were pretty much similar, but average pace they're pretty much the same for the last 5 laps.
Okay.
Very close. It'll be interesting between Jadwat and Oliphant. Exactly the same pace between our 3 front runners, so not much happening in terms
These
of the
guys
gap.
finding the absolute limit of the car. It's great stuff.
Lindsay Ray in the pits again.
Come on guys, fix it now, fix it properly.
I'm really rooting that something happens to somebody else. Because
no, don't say that, Werner.
no, that's mean, so I can't do that. Staying in the pits.
Okay, this will be interesting. After Heineke's off, I think he will join in front of Heineke. Let's see what happens.
Heineke, we got Steyn. He's exiting now, and Heineke is only getting on the.
So yeah, that spin for Heineke really cost him big time.
In front, yeah. Yep.
That probably is much of that 5-second gap now.
All about Hodgson and Jadwat, but I'm guessing, wow, might be close. In terms of if Hodgson makes his stop, what's going to happen, we will exit.
Will Hodgson come in this lap? Let's see.
Hodgson's last lap was 6/10 faster than Jadwat.
Wow.
So if he keeps this up, he could get up to third, but I doubt it.
As a driver, sometimes you find yourself in the zone, you just want to keep going because you got your momentum and your rhythm absolutely spot on. You keep pushing hard. You don't necessarily want to stop the car to break that. I think that's what Hodgson finds himself in that dilemma at the moment, but he needs to do a pit stop. It's in the rules. He has to do it. Will he come in now? No, he won't.
He's going to leave it right till the end.
I think so. $2:21.581 for Hodgson. 10th quicker than Oliphant. You're good, what, 4 or 5 tenths quicker than Jadwat. So you're quite right, man. It's between Hodgson and Jadwat. Yeah, interesting. But I think Hodgson needs a bit more of a gap. Oh, moment there for Hodgson. Oh. That's very well articulated. So if Oliphant wins this race and Jadwat comes second, then the championship gap between Jadwat, the leader currently, and Oliphant will be just down to 3 points going to the final round in 2 weeks' time. So things going the way of Bezo Oliphant for the moment, but Jadwat's still the ultimate drivers' championship leader. In comes Hodgson. Finally, Werner. Surely Jadwat's going to get it. He's right there.
Yep.
Hodgson stops. Off he goes.
Yeah, he's going to get him.
Surely. Oh, it's close. Well, it's close.
Very close.
Wow, okay, so this is not over. Hodgson's been enjoying a better pace than Jadwat. Okay, there's a lap and a half remaining, so maybe perhaps it is. But yeah, much closer than expected. Werner, wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised. The gap was 14 seconds just as they entered the pits.
Of course, Oliphant resumes the ultimate lead of this race, and with a 5-second lead to these two guys. And the next closest gap, I think, is between Quinton Edwards for 7th position, but I think this is what we want to see. Let's see if Hodgson can take it to Jadwat.
Edwards right up behind Gunther at this stage, and he is lapping a second faster than Gunther average lap time. That's for 7th. Oh, Hodgson going wide.
He's pushing very hard. He's just trying to get to Jadwat. He's right there. But just missing an extra bit of punch to get to him. Edwards now in 8th position. The rest of the Leslie Oliphants started the final lap of this race. They're very comfortable with almost a 5-second lead back to Jadwat. And Jadwat edging away from Hodgson now to the tune of a 1.1 second lead. It's now 1.3 seconds. And Oliphant will win this race to close that Drivers' Championship margin by just 3 points to Judd Watt. This race will make Ghostworks strong favours to win the TB's Championship during the final round. And that final round will be at Interlagos in Brazil in 2 weeks' time. But an outstanding drive by Leslie Oliphant for RPM Sim Racing team. Judd Watt just hasn't had an answer for Oliphant this evening. So a fantastic rivalry developing between Judd Watt and Oliphant. We look forward to seeing their progress throughout the coming seasons. Just the 1 corner many for Leslie Oliphant. We'll take it easy. Let's see, Hodge is still pushing very hard. And Leslie Oliphant will cross it around to take victory here at COTA. Congratulations to him and RPM Sim Racing team. Bashir Judd Watt will get second, just edging Nick Hodgson by 0.8 of a second. So a great fight between those two guys. Well done. Chris Langerfeld will get a well-deserved 4th position, winning that 4-way battle with Heenop. It was Heenop, Steyn, and I think it was Baraki, but Baraki fell back unfortunately. Chris Heenop, yeah, Steyn got 5th position. Heenop will get 6th ahead of Chase Gunter for 7th. And,
Edwards 8th, and Swanepoel is going to get 9th.
Baraka will complete the top 10. Gelder is in 11th. Quinton Horoff will get 12th. That final SSM GT Series qualifying spot will go to Quinton Horoff. Congrats to him.
Horoff already in the pits. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Good racing. So it's Oliphant from Judd Watt, Hodgson, Langerfeld, Steyn, Heenop in 6th, Gunther, Edwards in 8th, Swanepoel in 9th, Baraki in 10th, Caldnace and Horoff 11th and 12th are final qualifiers, and unfortunately Lindsay Ray, after trying so hard, didn't get up to 12th.
Yes, never say die attitude for Brenton Zire, but he does finish in 13th position for some well-deserved points. So that's what matters there. Well, I think that concludes round 4 of the South African simM2 series at COTA. Thank you very much for joining me, Werner, and for manning the cameras.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jason.
Yeah, and we'll be live streaming the round 2 of the Open Sim MX5 series on Wednesday evening. And so stay tuned for that. Well, until then, all the best. Goodbye.
Goodbye.